You're listening to WGSN-DB, Going Solo Network, Singles Talk Radio channel, where we take a lighthearted and candid approach to discussions on the journey of relationship loss, divorce, parenting, being single, relationships building, dating, and yes, sex. Join our listeners and begin living your best life.
Listening to WGSN-DB with Stephanie Carter, Spirits with the Angels, Life Worker with the Angels, and Reiki Healer.
Good evening, listeners. This is Stephanie Carter, Spirits with Stephanie. I am here this evening on the WGSN-DB Going Solo Network to inform all of you listeners about the angels in the spirit world. Again, this is Stephanie Carter, and I welcome you. I welcome all of you listeners, and thank you for listening. Please, thank you for listening to supporting me. I am very, very grateful and very, very appreciative for that, and to you for listening. Tonight, I'd like to open my segment, this show right now, because I've promised you from my last show that I will talk with Archangel Zadkiel. So I have channeled him. I channeled him on yesterday for this. And as I was channeling him, Archangel Metatron came through. So there's something Archangel Metatron wants everyone to know, as well as Archangel Zadkiel. And Zadkiel's name is spelled Z as in zebra, A as in apple, D as in dog, K as in knight, I as in ice, E as in elephant, and L as in laughter. So I will start off with Archangel Zadkiel, and I'm going to ask Archangel Zadkiel to come forward, please. Would you please come forward, Archangel Zadkiel? He's letting me know that they are here, he and Archangel Metatron. And just about 30 minutes ago, I received a message that Archangel Raphael has something for everyone as well. So Archangel Raphael, will you come forward as well? And angels, you know you are always welcome to help me, and I always ask for your help, and I thank you as well, angels. In case I forget to thank you before I leave this segment, I want to thank you now, angels, for being here. Archangel Gabriel, she's always with me, along with Archangel Metatron and Michael, so they are here with me also. Even though I've invited Archangel Metatron in, he's always with me because there's something he wants to share with you listeners as well. There's something they all want you to know, and I'm just surprised that all three I'm not surprised, but I am surprised. So if I feel or sound as if I'm overloaded, trust me, they're speaking to me, okay? And I'm downloading all the information they're giving to me for you. Not only does this help me, it is helping you. It is helping all of us, everyone across the world. So Archangel Zadkiel, what Archangel Zadkiel wants you to know, first of all, he is a masculine energy. Let me get that straight right now. He's a masculine energy, just like Archangel Raphael is and Archangel Metatron. All three of the angels I'm presenting to you today are of a masculine energy. And again, Archangel Gabriel, she's with me to make sure I speak properly. And whatever that means, that's what it means. But I love her presence. She's always with me. She's with me in all my readings, as well as Archangel Michael and Metatron. So Archangel Zadkiel. I like working with Archangel Zadkiel. I had the privilege and the honor, rather, to work with Archangel Zadkiel on a number of issues last year. But let me tell you a little bit about him, though. He is the angel of compassion. He, again, is a masculine energy, and you can call upon him when you feel the need to have compassion for yourself. And see, and this is what the spirit world wants you to know. It is not selfish. It is not vain. And it is not self-centered to have compassion for yourself and to have love for yourself. Somehow we just don't get it on that end. We've been told, and this is in my book as well, and we've been told that we are to love others. Well, honey, you got to love yourself, and you have to have compassion for yourself first. And that's what the angels want me to let you know, because they keep telling me this, because we're not loving ourselves. So I asked Archangel Zadkiel on yesterday when I channeled him, how does anyone invoke you? Because that word is used a lot in our field, invocation. You need to do this to invoke certain spirits. You need to do this to invoke certain deities. When you are calling upon Archangel Zadkiel, and this is pretty much for any archangel, you don't need to light a candle. You don't need to do anything special to call on the help of the angels. However, I'm going to put this in here. However, a candle does amplify. It amplifies your senses of having, of hearing, and for your spiritual sight. But it isn't needed. So when you call upon an angel, you don't need to light a candle, although a candle is representative of angels. You don't need to. If you want to, that's fine. But what the candle does is amplifies your senses of sight, clairvoyancy, and your senses of hearing, clairaudio. So you could just call upon them. Just call their name and ask for their help. So that's what Archangel Zadkiel wants me to let you know. And then state what it is you want, and they will help you. Now, Archangel Zadkiel is synonymous with the color red and green, but it's a light, like a teal green. It isn't green like Archangel Raphael. It's like a teal green and red. Now, the red represents, as a matter of fact, no, he told me, let me tell you like he told me. He says the term compassion is synonymous with the color red. And red doesn't always connotate anger. Red is the color of passion. Compassion for oneself and others should be a burning desire within all to obtain. Therefore, if you wish to burn a candle, he says, if you wish to burn a candle for me, and this is what he says, red would be the color. And then I got also green is the color for love. Green will suffice in the place of red. So if you feel the need to light a candle to call upon Archangel Zadkiel, red will be your first choice. And if you don't have red, you could use green. And I say, any color green, because a teal colored candle is hard to find. I haven't seen a teal colored candle yet. I've seen orange, I've seen pink, and pink is good. Pink is good for love and all that. But teal, if you could come as close to teal as you can, and that's the only color I can think of is green. So if you were to light a candle to invoke Archangel Zadkiel, red or green. And the red symbolizes compassion. The green symbolizes another thing Archangel Zadkiel wants you all to know, not me, because I've been through it already with him. Not been through it in a sense of badness, no, but in a sense of what I was going through at the time. He had to remind me of some things. So he came to me as a green orb. And that is, the green represents security. Now, I'm going to, for lack of a better word, a better term to use, I'm going to tick some people off. But the angels don't really particularly care whether it comes to you, across to you as a reminder of what you're doing. You need to know this. Simple as that. When Archangel Zadkiel, when you ask for his help, again, compassion. You can call on him for compassion. You can also call on him for security. And this is where he wants you to know that some of you don't realize how good you have it. And you're still asking for more. And you're still, okay, Archangel Zadkiel, come on. And you're still praying for more. And you're still worried. That's the term, worry. Thank you, Archangel Zadkiel. You're still worried. And you're still worrying about security. Your 401k, your IRA, your savings account. I was told in meditation yesterday, channeling Archangel Zadkiel on my walk yesterday, that these are things you are not to worry about. If you have what I just mentioned, that's fine. That every day will be taken care of. Every day of your life will be taken care of. It is for you not to be concerned or worried about how much money you do or don't have. So I am to tell you that from Archangel Zadkiel, because he's the angel to call on when you're feeling like you're not secure in any area of your life. But the point he wants to get across to you is the financial end, because that's what people seem to worry about more than anything. And what he wants to let you know, not to be so concerned, because you have it. You are secure. And especially if you have those modes of being secure, like you're financially set, as we say on this plane. Don't be, I'm hearing greedy. Don't be greedy of wanting more. Be grateful. Be grateful is the term. Be grateful for what you have already. And if it's something you don't have, it's okay. But be grateful for what you have already. And that's what Archangel Zadkiel wants me to let you know. his message from him when you want to invoke security. Let me give you an example of what he means by this, because I remember so clearly. Last year, I was praying about a whole lot of things, but this one particular time I was praying about money. And I have a deck of cards that I use, and I was with these angels, loving angels, messages from them. So I'm just, pulling a card, and I said, security. I said, I'm not concerned about security. I was concerned about food, because I always try to buy groceries every week. And this was last year, buy groceries every week. And so I was to the point where I was almost about to run out of food, and I didn't have enough money to go purchase any more food. So Archangel Zadkiel says, you're already secure. You're already secure, because I had housing, I had a little bit left, and you are about to receive some money. I was like, well, how am I going to get some money? Well, 2 or 3 days later, it did show up, because I had done a favor and I was compensated for that favor. So not just that same day, Archangel Metatron, who's always with me, and I'll get to him a little later, put it like this: the angels work together. And that day I had Zadkiel working for me to remind me that I'm secure, and that every day takes care of itself. And for me not to worry about next week, and for me not to be concerned about tomorrow, because tomorrow will take care of itself. Just like that day when I talked with him took care of itself. So that's what Archangel Zadkiel will want you to know, what he does. He is here to remind you, when you're feeling insecure about finances, that every day will take care of itself. You are taken care of always, and that you always be grateful for what you have. So that day he reminded me to be grateful. And I thought, I just thought about everything I was grateful for. I'm always grateful for my health. Always grateful for my health. I don't have any serious problems. I don't have any problems. I don't have anything wrong with me health-wise. And I thank God and the angels for that. So I just made a mental list of everything to be thankful for. And I said, thank you, Archangel Zadkiel, for reminding me not to worry about food, because every day takes care of itself. In that particular time, Archangel Metatron came in. I have to go ahead and he wants me to hurry up and bring him in. So Archangel Metatron. So if I go back and forth, listeners, please forgive me, because this is how I work with the angels. And when they want me to come in and bring the other one in, I have to. So Archangel Metatron came in that same day and said, I'm going to perform a miracle for you. And again, I'm going, okay, cool. And I know Archangel Metatron is the archangel who is over divine intelligence, wisdom, and miracles. And yes, he will perform a miracle if you call upon Archangel Metatron. Archangel Metatron will perform a miracle, and he has performed many, many miracles for me. many, many miracles for me. And so that same day, so I said, okay, I'm not going to worry about the food. I will be just fine. I got food today, and I got a little bit for tomorrow. Well, that night, a friend of mine came by, and what I had prepared for dinner, it was leftovers. It was in the refrigerator. She came by the night. She said, Stephanie, would you let me and my daughter stay with you for the night? We need a place to stay for just one night. Just one night. I said, okay. And she came on in, and I offered them what I had left of food, and they ate and they slept. I gave them my bed, and I slept in the living room. And do you know, now here's the miracle. Here's the miracle, because Archangel, when she arrived, Archangel Metatron's orb was on my wall. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's Archangel Metatron. And it was so beautiful. It was just so beautiful. I said, that's his orb. His orb was so beautiful. And it was above where she was sitting. I never forget it, at the dining room table. And I said, that's Archangel Metatron. He is going to perform a miracle. Not that he hasn't in the past. It's just, if we just sit back and let go of the worry, things will flow to us. Whatever it is we want and asking for, it will flow to us. So I'm sitting there going, wow, a miracle is about to happen. Sure enough, we sleep through the night. And this friend says, Stephanie, what do you need? I said, girl, I need some groceries. And she says, okay, come on, let's go to the grocery store. So once I released the worry, after Archangel Zadkiel told me, don't worry about it. Every day will take care of itself. And again, he had told me about the gift. But it wasn't this gift. I did receive the compensation a couple of days after this visit from this friend of mine, and I was compensated $300. So on top of her buying me groceries and then receiving $300, I was set. I was set with groceries for the rest of the month. So I was cool. But you got to call them in, guys. You got to invite them in. They can't help you if you're not inviting them in. I must